Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to our New York Rangers BAGM mode here. So we started it off and October was not very kind to us at all. We got out of that month with a less than 500 record, and then we battled our way back throughout November to now be a 500 team. So now is the time where we have to start rolling. We're 2 months in here, that there's no more bullshit, no more excuses. We need to make the trades we have to make right now and go on. I don't want to make any huge deadline deals or nothing like that. I'm happy with the team we have. There's a few minor things that we have to go over, and there's a few minor things that I actually don't know what to do with. For the first time in a long time, I'm legitly stumped here. So basically what our problem is, I feel like we have too many players. Honestly, Kevin Hayes should probably be playing on the second line. He's 23, 85 overall, nothing but potential and skill for this guy. Pretty much wasting away on the third line. I actually want to look at what he is. If he is a second line player, we may have a case here, but if he's still a third line player, I'll play him there for this year, and then we'll address it in the off season here. But where is he actually? Kevin Hayes. He is a second line player. See, I don't want to ruin him. I don't want to ruin his potential, or I don't want to ruin his growth. So I feel like playing him on the third line is actually going to hurt him. So maybe what I will do is I'll put him on the power play or something like that. I mean, we could try to get his ice up a little bit. I mean, we're already giving Kevin Hayes power play time, so I really don't know what to do with him. We have too many players. I don't want to trade Stepan because he's doing great. He's got, what, 19 points? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 19 points in 21 games. There's no reason to trade Derek Stepan. He's young. He's, got the skill. There's no reason to trade him, but I have to play Hayes in his correct position, and this whole third line is not working. So clear to me that Carl Hagelin is the odd man out. Say, for example, we trade him, and then what? We get a player in return for Carl Hagelin, which I have an idea of who, and then JT Miller gets the fourth line. You see what I mean? So when he's listed as a third line player, I feel like I'm ruining these guys' potential, and I don't want to do that at all. So pretty sure Carl Hagelin's going to have to go. He's not doing bad. 10 points in 24 games on the third line. Lindbergh's doing pretty good as well, playing in his off position, 15 points in 24, but Kevin Hayes really seems to be doing poorly on this line. So I'm honestly really confused. A playmaker, 3 playmakers there probably isn't going to cut it. So what my idea was, our top 6 is totally fine. We're keeping that the way it is. There's a couple comments saying, well, why isn't Justin Williams playing in his correct position? Because Rick Nash is a natural right wing, and I put a lot more trust and a lot more of my money into Rick Nash than I do Justin Williams. So Justin Williams is playing on his off wing. I don't think it's going to make a crazy amount of difference, but even if I was to play Williams here, Jesper Fast is still a right winger, so I want to play him in his correct position. So that's kind of that. But Carl Hagelin, he's an original New York Ranger drafted by the team in 2007, but I feel like he's kind of the odd man out. Yes, he's producing, so that's a good thing, but this whole line isn't really doing that well. Oscar Lindbergh, he's 24 years old, so he's got lots of potential, where Hagelin is pretty much done. I think he's going to be a career third line scorer, but I don't need third line scorers right now. I want a third line grinder, but then that leaves kind of, JT Miller out of the conversation. I don't want to trade him because he does have a lot of potential, but do we trade for just a fourth liner and then play JT Miller there? My idea was to go to Florida. Sunny Florida just held the draft the past couple of days, but I was going to go to Florida and I was going to keep it in the family here. Go brother and brother. They got to play together. Go get Jimmy Hayes. He's obviously the brother of Kevin Hayes, and he has really good discipline, really good defensive awareness, but again, I don't want to chuck him on the fourth line. If I'm going to have him, I'm going to have to play him on the third line. Then again, that leaves JT Miller, who's listed as a third liner, on the fourth line. So we just have too many players, and I really don't know what to do, but I am going to pull the trigger on this Jimmy Hayes trade. We're going to trade him for Carl Hagelin. The trade values are pretty much the same. I can maybe get like a third out of this. I don't think that'll go through as it is. I'll probably have to add, maybe I'll add this Halverson guy, and we can add a couple of just crap picks here. A fifth, a fourth, and a sixth. How about that? Jimmy Hayes, obviously, he is 26 years old, so if he is a potential fourth liner for us, I am totally okay with that. Having the discipline that he has and having the stats and the big size, the big dude, 6'6", 221. We could chuck him on the power play. Got pretty good defensive awareness, good defensive stats. I mean, even his offensive awareness isn't that bad at all, and he's not having a very good year at all in Florida. So I would be okay with getting Jimmy Hayes, and I think the return for him, obviously Carl Hagelin is a scorer, and he just doesn't really fit in on our team. It kind of hurts me to trade Carl Hagelin because I do really like Hagelin, and we just signed him to a new contract, but he's so fast. Nang. I feel like we're going to be losing on this deal, but we're getting a third-round pick out of it, and we're bringing the brothers together, and Carl Hagelin kind of just seems like the odd man out. The scorer doesn't seem to work on the bottom six, and I have some plans for that bottom six anyway, so Halverson really isn't going to matter. He's a nothing goalie for us. I know in real life he's really good, but a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth for Jimmy Hayes and a third round pick. I mean, another reason why I want to trade Carl Hagelin is because he's a second line player and he's not getting those minutes in New York. So hopefully you can get him in Florida. He's going to be playing alongside Huberdeau. He's going to be playing alongside Jack Eichel maybe, so he's going to have a really good future there. Good luck in Florida. Will it go through? There we go. We got Jimmy Hayes. I'm going to go ahead and chuck JT Miller on the fourth line for right now, two-way forward, and then I believe Jimmy Hayes is also, he's a power forward, so he's going to play right there, power forward, playmaker. I think I like that a little bit more. The three playmakers wasn't really going to work. We need a big guy who can go in front of the net, 6'6", 221. I mean, this whole line's huge, 6'6", 225. I mean, Oscar Lindberg is 6'1", so not a very small line at all. Obviously, I feel like Lindberg is more of the offensive guy. He's got 15 points in 24 games, so Jimmy Hayes definitely going to get the power play, and I do have to go ahead and trade Kevin Klein right now because, as you can clearly see, Brady Shea, wherever he is now listed somewhere along here. Go to defenseman. He is listed as a top 6, so we got to play the kid, and that means we have to get rid of Kevin Klein. So more cap we're just going to be getting rid of here. I'm probably just going to go ahead and trade him for either a low-level prospect or try for a pick. We can go ahead here and just do this. Gotta go to defenseman, and he's not worth a whole lot, so we'll see what we can snag out of a team here. Maybe there's some players that want to be given away, maybe some rookies we can have a look at here. Dunclair, obviously not going to happen. It's honestly going to be a not a very good player at all. I would love to get Adam Ernie, but that's probably not going to happen. You look at the trade value there. Actually, that might go through the way it is. They want Kevin Klein, and Adam Ernie, he's got the red star though, 74 overall. Let's check. I know Anaheim has a couple of really good prospects. Anaheim's got a couple of really decent prospects. They have this guy, 3.5 star, 6th round pick as a steal. I think Nick Sorenson might be our guy. He is a left wing playmaker, 72 overall, 3.5 stars. He was drafted in the 2nd round, 2013. Look at the discipline on him, 91. Holy, could be maybe a top 6 for us in the future. He's still young, and I think that trade will go through. They want Kevin Klein. They want to give up Nick Sorenson here. So we're giving up a veteran presence there, a veteran defenseman for a young up-and-comer. I think that trade will go through, actually. Will it go through? Nick Sorenson, welcome to the New York Rangers. So those are the only 2 trades we're going to make potentially for a really long time here. So let me go ahead and do the lines, and then I will show you guys all of them in about 2 seconds. So here are the lines the way I kind of want them. I feel like having the power forward there is really going to strengthen that line, and Carl Hagelin was a small sniper, where this line is more of our shutdown penalty kill with a little bit of offense, obviously with Lindberg and upcomer Kevin Hayes. So I feel like it's going to be a really good improvement there, and we will see how they do in the upcoming simulation. But the one thing I don't like is JT Miller still on the 3rd line. Not a fan at all, but hopefully we can mold the team into what what I want. If Jimmy Hayes doesn't progress, if he, you know, goes into next year being 82, 83 overall, I'll have no problem chucking him on the fourth line. He's a career fourth line penalty killer for us, and we can bring up JT Miller. But defensively, looking like this, I brought up Brady Shea. He's going to play alongside Dan Girardi. He's not going to get a whole lot of ice, but he did get a couple of, I think he's on the 4-on-4 lines. Just chuck him in there, get the kid some ice. I went to put Kevin Hayes here because he has a wicked slap shot, 93, got really good defense, pretty good skating, and he should hold that down on the second line power play. 4-man power play looking like this. We got Kevin Hayes there again, trying to give him as much ice as possible without having him on our top 6. We got Jimmy Hayes and Kevin Hayes on the panel. We got the brothers here, Jimmy Hayes and Kevin Hayes on the penalty kill. Hayes, again, giving him so much ice. There you go, left that pretty much all the exact same. 4-on-4, I put Brady Shea there, give the kid a little bit of ice, and that is how it's looking. So one more thing we have to do is send Nick Sorenson down. He is going to be playing in the AHL, going to make our AHL team quite a bit better, add a top-tier prospect there. Well, I guess not top-tier, but still a very decent prospect. So view lines, actually go to edit lines really quick, and then we'll get this underway. So no, not there. Tanner Glass, no. We want to, he's not even playing, he's not even on there. So we got to go ahead and we got to scratch this Nick Tarnasky guy. He's not the player I want. We got to get Nick Sorensen in there. We'll chuck him on there. I'll put Tanner Glass there. Chris Bork, there we go. Hopefully I didn't mess up any other lines. I kind of don't feel like going through this. We'll get Tanner Glass off there and put Sorensen there. Sorensen, he just jumped right up to be one of our better prospects. That's kind of nice. I think that's all there is for our AHL team. So that's the way that's looking. We have Appleby in the cage getting a lot of experience, and now we have to get one more month done. So let's get a bunch of simulation done. Let's see how this trade worked out for us. I want to be okay, that's their assistant coach who replaces player, but I want to be an above 500 team. Now is when we have to get the ball rolling. I'm going to roll with Henrik Lundqvist for the majority of the game. Ryan McDonough, first shot of the game. Boom, there you go. But if he does start to lose a couple games, I'll have no problem chucking the newest Edmonton Oiler, Cam Talbot, in there. But Stamkos ties it up on his first shot of the game. All right, let's go. First period, 2-1. Thomas Kopecky on the fourth line. There you go. Third period, 6-1. Oh my God. Mark Stahl fast. Williams and Ryan McDonough gets number 2. Holy, that was a massive second period. That was a huge second period. Keith Yandel, 7-1. This is not an easy team to beat. We are stomping all over Tampa Bay right now. Carl Hagelin, who needs them? 7-1. Holy. Carl Hagelin did get dealt at the NHL entry draft. He went to the Anaheim Ducks for Emerson Edom, so that was a crazy trade there. Honestly, I still think Emerson Edom is a top-tier prospect, but Dan Boyle's been injured. Is December 7th. Ooh, he's out for a really long time. Okay, that's not fun at all. That really sucks. So who do we have to bring up? I guess we got to bring up McElwraith. No, I don't want to bring him up. He'll have to go down on waivers again. I'll bring up... God, I guess I have to bring him up. McElwraith. He'll get claimed off of waivers if I send him down, though. Waiver eligible, yes. Who's a non-waiver eligible? Connor Allen. There you go. I'll put Connor Allen there. We just lost Dan Boyle for a long time, but that means Brady Shea is going to have to go ahead and step up 2 seconds into your NHL career, and boom, you're getting top 6 minutes just like that. You're also going to be on the power play. You're going to play in every spot that Dan Boyle was not. I mean, we are really banking on this Brady Shea guy being a top-tier defenseman for us, so he is going to log a lot of ice and a lot of ice early. Holy crap, I feel bad for the kid. He's going to be bag skated the whole time. All right, that's what you get. Injuries are on. We have to play with them on. We have to figure out ways to get around injuries. So we won 7-1, but it came with a price. It came with a big price. Dan Boyle, who's actually really good. He's been playing very, very well. Oh, what? It was only, because it's the end of November. I thought it was going to be into December. Oh, okay, never mind. Just redo that whole thing. Okay, that was dumb. I hate when they do that. I've had that huge speech speech of how everyone's going to be playing more. Brady Straight gets this huge opportunity, and then we just take it away from him because he was only injured for 2 days. So I didn't even realize it was the end of November there. So that was my bad. Sorry, buddy. But let's get some simulation done. We'll get one more month done, and then I'll probably have a couple more episodes out in the next couple of days, just getting the rest of the regular season done. We split the home and home in Tampa Bay 1-1, lost 2-3 there up against our ex-team, the Winnipeg Jets. 3-2 loss. Come on, boys. But the NHL draft has just passed. Lots of things happened. I feel like some clear-cut winners are obviously Edmonton. They did a lot of really good things. Edmonton killed it in the draft. The Flyers actually did a lot of amazing things. The Flyers, I don't know how Ron Hextall was pulling off those friggin' trades. He just, it's crazy. He traded Chris Pronger's contract. Like, how do you do that? It's just ridiculous. There was just a bunch of crazy moves that happened. Lots of players being drafted. One of the biggest losers was the Vancouver Canucks. Traded Eddie Lack for a third-round pick. I understand it's hard to trade goaltenders in the goalie market. Is very strange, but I mean, Robin Lehner got a first. I mean, obviously there was Legwand in there, but at least get a second. I mean, it's just so frustrating. I woke up this morning and I was just like, oh my god, how did that happen? And the New York Islanders, they chose the first ever Chinese-born player. I think his name is Adrian Song or something like that, but we'll actually lose 6-5 there. But they chose the first ever Chinese guy. Lots of cool stuff happening in the draft, but I mean, lots of clear-cut winners. Basically, everyone in the top 5 did really well. Noah Hannafin, he kind of dropped a little bit, went to Carolina. We have Noah Hannafin here in a couple more years. He should be scoring a lot of goals, putting up a lot of points for our team. But let's go up against Florida. Hopefully, Hagelin doesn't come and just score a hat trick. Let's go. First period. 1-0, Justin Williams. There you go. $6 million. Boom. There's a goal for you. Period number 2. 4-2. Oh, Lee Huberdeau, Bugestad, Campbell. Keith Yandel gets 1, but Scotty Upshaw scores 1 on Talbot. So I guess we pulled the king, Henrik Lundqvist. We only have 11 shots. It's not looking too good at all. Power play, come on, make it interesting here. No, Brian Campbell on Talbot. This one is all but over. The draft City destroys us 5-3. Oh, Jimmy Hayes gets 1 on his old team. That's what I like to see. Florida stomps all over us, but Jimmy Hayes did get a goal in his return, so I'm definitely okay with that. 4 assists for Jussi Jokinen. Holy crap. But let's get the rest of this whole thing done, and then we'll check out the stats and all that good stuff. But I still don't feel good about. I still do not feel good that Miller is playing on the 4th line. I don't like it at all. It leaves a bad feeling in my stomach. But hopefully my assistant GMs, you guys got to help me here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing right. I need your guys' help here. Lots of comments down there that would really help out a lot. 2-game winning streak here. Come on. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Rick Nash leading the way, 13 goals. It's a big game against the Detroit Red Wings. Come on, let's go. They have a pretty similar record to us. Henrik Zetterberg having a great year, and we win 3-1 up against Carolina. They don't have a very good record. Let's go. It's easy points here, boys. Easy. Oh, 3-2. Mark Stahl's been injured January 6th. Okay, it's actually right around the corner. I really don't want to go and put all these players back on, but I guess I have to for the time being. So I'll cut this out because you guys already know what I'm going to do. All right, so Mark Stahl's gone. He's only going to be gone for the next couple of games, though, so that's not too bad. Last game here against the Hawks. Go on a winning note. I know they're sick, but let's go. Oh, we get destroyed 4-0. Henrik Sedin got traded. Oh my god. Jason Dickinson, Julius Honka, and Jonas Enroth for Henrik Sedin. Holy, it's a blockbuster right there. This month really wasn't fantastic. We are currently 5th in the Metro, so we got to start winning some games here. I don't know what our issue is. That month was kind of up and down, but we will get some more simulation done come the next few episodes here. But we're going to be without Mark Stahl for like 5 to 6 games, but player standings. We'll check out the stats really quickly, and then we will end off this episode. But we got rid of Carl Hagelin. That's one thing I wanted to address, and I think that we did it in pretty good fashion. We got a pretty good return there, so I'm all right with that. But Rick Nash, 26 points in 37 games. Derek Brassard, 25. Stepan, 25. No one's really running away with this. Williams has 12 goals, 25 points. Not for the first line. Come on, buddy. I mean, everyone seems to have 20 to 25 points. Lindbergh only has 1 point in the past little while. He only had 1 point in the past month because we started this and he had 15 points and now he has 16. So Kevin Hayes only has 10 points. Something's wrong with the third line. Should we have kept Hagelin? Like, I don't know, man. Whatever. What's done is done. I feel like Jimmy Hayes is probably a better fourth liner because he is 26, and I do want JT Miller to progress. So what I'm going to do is put Hayes on the fourth line, and I'm going to put Miller on the third. That's what I'm going to do. I've made my choice right there. Brady Shea has 1 point. He's even throughout 19 games of his NHL career. Goaltenders looking like this. Henrik Lundqvist, after having one of the better years in NHL history, struggling here. He's 17 and 13. He's really not the goalie that he was last year. He's 33 years old, and Cam Talbot, again, who had a really good year last year, 0 and 4. So things are just kind of rocky right now. It's a rocky start here in New York, but we're going into January. Hopefully we'll get Mark Stahl back. I need some help, guys. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.